Hi, everybody. I just want to talk to you today about what do you do in the midst of really strong emotions? You know, sometimes we can go through anger or fear, even terror, anxiety. It can be offense. It can be deep hurt. What do we do? And it can even be joy. That's a strong emotion. Love, it's a strong emotion. What do we do when we're going through and experiencing strong emotions? So, my name's Connie Trusetter from Contagious Life and Purpose, and this is Tuesday Truths with Connie. So, first of all, we want to acknowledge those feelings. We want to acknowledge those emotions. Having emotions is not bad, right? Sometimes we need to acknowledge them and we need to feel the feelings. There is a difference between acknowledging your feelings, feeling your feelings, and having the enemy come in and exasperate them, because pretty much all of those emotions that I mentioned, there's also a spiritual component to it. And so there is a spirit of anger, okay? There's a spirit of overwhelm, a spirit of unworthiness. We all know there's a spirit of fear, and you've not been given the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, right? According to the book of Timothy. But we have to acknowledge, and we want to not let the enemy come in and exasperate them. So if it is so strong, if you are feeling these feelings so strong, I would guess that you probably need to take authority over the spirit behind it. Take authority over that spirit of anger. Take authority over the spirit of offense. Command it, bind it and command it to be far from you. Renounce and sever it from your life. But also we want to, like I said, it's okay to feel your feelings, to acknowledge that I'm sad right now. I feel, I do not like this. This is making me sad. Let me acknowledge that you may need to do that. But sometimes when it's hard to see your way through the situation because you're so stuck in the emotions, first of all, acknowledge them, understand that the emotions are real, but also what's causing them may not be so real. And let's just take fear, for instance. The emotion you're experiencing is very real, isn't it? I'm not going to tell you that, oh, that's just all in your head. Oh, no. It is real. And sometimes you can be experiencing this. You can be having like a biological reaction to it. But know that every emotion, every feeling comes and is preceded by thoughts. Now, they may be in your subconscious, they may be so quick that you didn't even realize the thoughts you had. You just felt the feelings. But know that there are thoughts. And so sometimes for fear, for example, the feeling is very real. And I'm sorry if that's you, if you're going through that. But the scenario that's causing the fear may not be real. Right? Fear, for example, there's a lot of what ifs. And we snowball this sometimes in our mind. And so we are very much experiencing fear, but the first thing hasn't even happened, let alone the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. The first thing hasn't even happened. And we're in full-blown fear. So we need to take authority over that fear. And then we need to think, what have I been thinking? And this is why God has given us instruction in his word to cast down imaginations, to take every thought captive. We get to choose. We need to bring it before the Lord. The same thing with offense. I get to choose. Now, the thing is, the tricky thing about offense, I just told someone this the other day, the tricky thing about offense and not partnering with the spirit of offense is that it actually is true that what someone does or what someone says may very well be offensive. But I do not have to take offense. I do not have to partner with the spirit of offense, because that's a trap. But again, I have to discern it in my thoughts, right? I may have to have a conversation and say, I felt really belittled. I felt like I was a little kid again when you use that tone. But you see that I started with I felt instead of you are speaking down to me. You're doing this. No, I'm gonna put it in I language. It's hard for someone to argue when I say I felt like a little kid, right? It's gonna be like, wow, I'm so sorry. That was not my intention to make you feel belittled or to make you feel like, back like when you were a little kid. That wasn't my intention. So thinking about my thoughts when it comes to offense, sometimes it could be a trigger. It could be that reminds you of something that someone else did that was very offensive, and your brain just triggers. And now you're treating this person in the present the same way as you would the person that may have initially brought this offense to you. So sometimes we have to slow down. We have to think about our thinking. And so often the things that come to us that want to offend us, someone might not mean it the way that we are taking it. There's so often that we can let things roll off our back, just like a duck, the water that rolls off a duck's back. I love that visual. Is this something, can I just let it roll? Can I just let it roll off? They don't even realize what they're saying. I can choose, do I take offense or not? Now, I'm not telling anyone to be a doormat and let people walk all over you. That is not what I'm saying, okay? But these thoughts we have create the emotions, and sometimes the person didn't even mean it. They have no idea that they even said anything offensive. This fear may not be based in real reality. It might be based in our imagination, right? So that's why I just want to encourage you is to challenge your thoughts that could be causing the emotions. That's one thing you can do. So first, acknowledge the emotions, feel your feelings. Don't be afraid of your feelings. You don't want to just push your feelings down, squash them, because they're going to come out sooner or later. You want to acknowledge them. You want to make sure that they don't cross the line and Satan gets in. And so if like I said, again, in summary, if it is a strong emotion, I would take authority. Just fear, leave me right now in the name of Jesus. Anger, get away from me in the name of Jesus. I'm not going to partner with you. I'm not going to partner with you. And I would start to pray. And then just analyze and just, with the Lord, reflect, where is this emotion coming from? And do I need to change my thinking? Is this not even real? What's causing it might not even be real. Just because I'm thinking this doesn't make it real, right? Just because you think something doesn't make it true, right? So I hope that helps. You start applying it in little ways. Reach out if you've got questions about this. This is what I do. This is how I help people. All right, be blessed.